Do you accept pineapple on pizza, or do you not?
I accept it.
Preach it, sister.
Wholeheartedly. I'm all about curry. So, like raisins in curry, mango, former, mango, whatever, mixed together.
Yes.
Yeah,
Raisins and curry.
raisins good.
Yeah, I've had a mango curry before, actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Josie's saying that one of her teachers called her mum 21 times because she was out of class for like half an hour. Must have made a call every minute almost.
Oh, and
In Sweden,
banana and cheese.
banana and cheese. Are you? Yeah, they have banana on pizza. That's insane.
You had
I
like
mean, I'll do banana and peanut butter.
banana and like bread.
Yeah. Oh, Eth Boys just joined, and Dave Starkey. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Oh, and they also cut pizza with a knife and fork in Sweden. I mean, I don't mind doing that. I could eat a pizza, but I prefer grabbing a pizza with my hands and shoving it in my gob. Sarah, what are you doing to cope with lockdown? I mean, you've got a family at home, but what are you doing to get through it all?
Yeah, it's been pretty intense sometimes. Working full time, which is a blessing. Working at this time. Yeah, she moves around. Like, it's been pretty intense. A lot. But that. And are you all right, John?
It's breaking up a little. It's still breaking up.
Try and change location.
That'd be ideal. We could try.
Fine. Try. Brief house tour. What else has been helping me survive? Lots of chocolate.
Oh yeah, right. Same.
Fortunately. And I have been doing. I borrowed my friend's kettlebell. I went to her house and got a kettlebell. So I have been doing a little exercise. Not loads, but a bit. Hello.
Good on you.
Try again.
Yeah, that's really clear for me.
Is that better?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah. I can hear every word.
Oh, amazing. Hopefully every word will be satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question related. Josie's asked, what do you think about the pressure to come out of lockdown having learned Spanish, become a ripped bodybuilder, and learned the piano?
Oh, I see what you're saying. What do you mean? What do you mean by that question? Expand.
Yeah, expand.
Spanish.
Yeah. I think maybe she means, you know how like I think definitely at the beginning of lockdown, people were saying you've got plenty of time now, make the most of it. Do everything, learn a new skill.
It's important not to put too much pressure on yourself, even if I think some people haven't got much time. They've got busy families, little brothers and sisters, but it's really tiring not doing much if you haven't got as much to do. If you've finished your exams, I felt really lethargic. Don't know about other people because you're not getting out as much, you're not seeing as many people, and I felt really tired. And so it's important not to put too much pressure on yourself. There's nobody going to wait and see and give you a mark and see how well you've done after lockdown. It's just taking one day at a time.
So true. In the end, you're only putting the pressure on yourself, aren't you? Like no one's going to give you a grade. You're like A for Spanish, A for learning karate and yoga.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think I really feel the pressure as well to be productive. I think that's it. And especially if you just finished school so abruptly. At school, you've got a really set pattern of things to do. You've got really clear objectives of what you need to achieve that day. When you're at home, I know they're emailing you stuff as well, so you have got objectives to achieve, but I presume it's not the same. But just, this is a once in a lifetime thing, isn't it? And so just be really kind to yourself every day.
Yeah, because sometimes I come out of my day just feeling so guilty, like I haven't done enough.
Yeah, you can feel that, but you definitely need to be kind to yourself and say one day at a time. Just set little targets are good. If you can eat something healthy every day, try go to bed at the same time. Little goals like that, I think, are good.
Yeah, that sounds easy enough. One thing healthy a day and go to bed at the same time. That sounds simple.
Although we haven't anyway at all for since the beginning of lockdown, which for us is pretty crazy. I know they've opened again now, like a few weeks ago. I think open at the beginning, were they? So for us, because we were definitely a once a week at least kind of takeaway family, just to save time, and because it's awesome. So that is, if nothing else has been achieved, that is pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have had oven chips a few times though, because we're only human.
Yeah, you got to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Josie's just said, today is the day I would have finished high school. Most of the people are so annoying. I'm glad not to see them again, but I still kind of miss it. Yeah, how was it for you leaving high school? Can you relate with that?
Yeah, I'll just say hi to Ben as well. I've just seen Ben from one of our youth groups and Come to Soul Survivors just joined. So hi, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Good to hear from you. Can I remember leaving school? Yes, I can indeed. So I wasn't too bothered either, to be honest. I was excited. I was excited about next stuff going on, college, year out, stuff like that. So I wasn't majorly upset. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. There was something for me though that missed the just that kind of, what is it, like the pattern, like just the routine of being at school, seeing the same people, seeing my friends. Actually, some of the people I liked, I missed seeing them all the time. But the freedom was so beautiful.
Yeah.
What else have we got on here? So have you become a ripped bodybuilder in lockdown, Sarah?
Definitely. No.
I definitely haven't. I've become more like a fat weightlifter.
For people who don't know, me and Woodamute both really like our gym stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, Woodamute more of a weightlifter than me, but
definitely.
Yeah,
I love me some weightlifting.
Yeah. But yeah, not at the moment. I have got a running buggy, so that's pretty cool. So you put
really?
water in. Yeah, so I'll try and get out on that once a week.
Bit of suspension on that, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a mountain bike. It's got a fixed wheel at the front. It's got a handbrake, like on a mountain bike. Handbrake. So that's pretty cool. So
epic.
Running with a pram might be me.
Nice. I didn't know they existed. Technology these days.
Hi, Ruby. Got someone called Ruby said hello.
Hi, Ruby.
Hi. And Luke.
And Luke. Oh, good old Luke. Luke's from Wales. He just joined. He's a part of the crew now, but we met him. We met him on the Instagram. What have we got here? Lena's saying.
Beautiful. I've only been to the north of Wales. I'd love to go to like South Wales, to the coasts and the cliffs and the Brecon Beacons. It's like a stunning country.
Yeah, I think that's where he's from, actually.
The south.
Yeah. Of Wales. Yeah. He's sorry. Len is saying, does anybody else have a timetable of their day, so you know what to do in the day, so that you don't get bored or don't have anything to do?
Yeah, that's a great. Yes, it's fun. I need to go. Good cities, apparently, in South Wales as well. Yeah, it does look awesome. Routine. Yeah, no, that helps. I did that at the beginning. I tried to write down a routine, but the only thing, well, I did actually. I spent ages doing it. I've still got it. It's a piece of paper. But again, even if you haven't got a 1-year-old, it is sometimes impossible to keep to a routine, depending on what the weather's like, how you're feeling that day. If you're actually if you've got a tough piece of work you've got to do, if you've got a phone call from a friend, it can just totally go out the window. So it is good as a starter point, but as long as you're not super strict on it as well, I think.
So true. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to have to rely on it for like your complete security, because it could easily be taken away, like you say, with these random things during the day.
Yeah.
Or your mum could ask you to do something in the middle of the day. You're like, no.
Yeah, it's staying open opportunities around you, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. Well, we've got Josie saying, have you been going outside in lockdown? My friends have an app that generates random locations within walking distance to give themselves a goal to explore more. Wow.
Love it.
Man, I haven't got that technological. Yeah, where have you been going on your buggy runs?
I've been trying to go for a walk every day as well. So I live dead close to a park, which is brilliant. So I just go to the park and back. So like right from the beginning, all weather, just got to get out, even if it's just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just got to get out, definitely.
Yeah.
Nowhere that exciting. I've not driven to walk anywhere yet. I love hiking and I love running up the mountains and stuff, but we've not done that yet. But hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll be able to actually drive somewhere, which would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. This app, though, I'm going to check this app out.
Tottenham. Is that Spurs? Tottenham Spurs.
Is that Spurs, Luke? Do you support a football team, Sarah?
I'm going to have to say that. What's the derby team to Tottenham? They've got a proper. I can't remember. I've gone blank.
A proper rival?
They've got a derby team. Yeah. What's your derby team? Spurs. I should say that. I know.
yeah. Who's your most hated team?
I don't
Sarah loves them.
Sorry. If I had to support a team, it probably should be Burnley because that's near where I was brought up, and I think you should support a team near where you were born or brought up. There we go. I thought it was Arsenal. I thought it was Arsenal.
He's leaving.
Just to wind Luke up as well, I've been to five Premier League Arsenal matches as a kid because I've got a family member who supports Arsenal.
Oh, there you go, Luke.
You're all right, but I have been. He supports Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United's all right because Manchester United tends to be for Greater Manchester, doesn't it? People in random parts of the world. So that.
Yeah.
If you're from Bolton, you should support Bolton United, really, shouldn't you? Sorry, Bolton. Yeah, but Dad's from Tottenham. You're okay. All good.
Yeah, you've got to support Tottenham now if you're dad. Even New Zealanders support Manchester United. It's weird. It's got an international following.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Yeah. Look, there we go. Josie doesn't even know the rules to football. To be honest, I don't think I've watched a full game. Last week, Ben said that he didn't follow football, and Luke's like, I'm leaving.
We're all so boring, aren't we? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Luke says, now Newport County all the way. That's my hometown.
It's hard work where you're from, though. The football team's not that strong, isn't it? It's a tough following. I'd have to be enthusiastic no matter what.
Yeah.
Or a bit more excitement. You might have to just compromise and go for a different team.
Yeah, totally. Now, Josie, Luke, keep the questions coming. We've got Josie, Luke, only Louise came. Any other questions you have? We're both youth workers. Well, Sarah's a youth minister, is the word, isn't it? So if you've got any questions about faith, Luke, you posted something about Islam before. I can't say Sarah's an expert on Islam. He says, do you like Welsh people, Sarah?
Welsh people are awesome. I had a roommate at uni who's from Wales, South Wales as well. And she could speak Welsh. So when she'd be on the phone to her mum, she'd flip between the two, which was just the most thing ever. And sometimes I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious.
It's a cool accent.
Amazing.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. So why are you a youth minister, Sarah?
Yeah, so basically when I finished college, like I said before, I wasn't too sad to leave. I liked it. I wasn't sure I wanted to go to university. There was a lot of places to go. But I thought, you know what? So I thought I'd just take a year, just kind of think about it before I one of the things I did in that was a Methodist trust in Manchester. At the time, on the border of the side and here in with the charity there. So they do lots of different things. We did a lot of school work, and we did a lot of youth work based at a church. We did a lot of church stuff on a Sunday as well, which was awesome. But it was then that I got my first proper taste of youth work, and yeah, loved it. Not sure I was going to do, but I fell back.
That's cool. It's cool. It looks like Luke's sharing some Welsh with us.
Beautiful. Fine. Sorry. I won't do it justice.
No, I have no idea. I remember driving into Wales and seeing the street signs for the first time. I was just like, I'm lost. I'm lost.
I think as well, I think why I stayed in it, that was a bit fair, was I think I love working with young people. A lot of young people listening. What I love about you is you've got an amazing sense of humour. Funny, boring, boring later on. I love how honest you are. I just find you're honest, and how much you care about the world as well. I find there's a lot more apathy in, not saying that rubbish, but guys as well, your passion for things.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, we've got Luke here, and he's very passionate, especially when it comes to the competitions we run. We've also got Josie, who's like got pretty strong values, and like she shares her opinion. You know, she cares about things, and she's always up to discuss it. Lena's saying, does anyone know any other language fluently? I mean, I know a bit of Maori from New Zealand, but I'm not fluent. And Luke obviously speaks a bit of Welsh, or a lot of Welsh. I've lost you a bit, Sarah, again. Maybe it's my earphones.
If you could speak any language, if you could learn one language in like a week fluently, what would it be?
Yeah. What is it, guys? I think Lena says Czech, maybe.
Czech.
I would speak.
I like
maybe
Italian.
Yeah.
You can't really travel with it around the world as much, but I think it's pretty awesome, pretty beautiful. What about
It'd be cool to go to Italy. Yeah. Oh man, I want to steal that. Like straight away, I'm like, because I've been to Italy a couple of times. It'd be cool to go into a restaurant and like just to be able to like banter with the staff in the restaurant, you know. But other than that, I think one interesting one would be able to learn the click language, a click language in Africa. You know how some of them do like the Norse, yeah.
That's in South Africa.
I'd love to learn a bit of that.
Yeah.
Means hi. Cześć means hi in Polish, I think. I shouldn't try that.
Great.
Now some of these guys may have heard us speak about Jesus and faith, but I can't say that they have made the step to, you know, say I believe in God and I follow God. If you guys do have an opinion on that, let me know in the comments. Welcome back, Josie. Welcome back. But if you had any advice or anything to say to someone who was kind of thinking, is God real? Maybe he's real. Like what would you encourage them to do? Apart from join our Instagram.
Hey, yeah, your Instagram's awesome, by the way, guys. I've only just come on Instagram for the first time 2 months ago, but I'm learning. I am so young in Instagram game, but you guys, I look up to. You've got the skills. What would you say? I would say ask those questions. You know, if you're not sure, I know you said you're not sure about God, so that might seem a weird thing to ask questions, but ask questions in general. So don't feel like there's one answer for everything, or that, you know, we're trying to tell you this is it, A, B, C. Ask questions if there's things you've got doubts about that maybe is stopping you from believing God. And then think about them, read about them, start researching. Don't let doubts come in the way. Ask these big questions. It's okay to ask these. When you've got less faith or that there isn't a God, ask big questions. And have a read of the Bible. John's a great book. It's one that's often given out for free, and you might be able to find, or it's online. You've got a Bible app, just look online. John's a really great place to start, even if you don't believe in God. There's loads of people who read the Bible and study theology who don't believe in God, just to find out a little bit more about this guy Jesus and see what he got up to thousands of years ago. And
I so agree. Like, people can kind of go through life not actually asking those questions, just going, like, even a Christian person might be brought up a Christian, but never actually ask those questions for themselves. So it's important for us to kind of figure it out and research what we believe in, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Josie's saying, I'm not opposed to the idea of a God, I just don't think it's the Abrahamic one. And she's kind of become more open, it seems.
But smashing it.
She knows her RE. Luke says he was baptized, but he doesn't go to church or believe in God or anything like that. But he believes there's something out there. I think they're on the verge of kind of figuring out for themselves what it, and we'd probably suggest the Book of John. Read that. And when you say ask questions, Sarah, do you mean like Google or speak to someone like myself, like the chaplain at school or the youth workers? Or
just articulate them first in your own reflection. So think, well, why might actually what things I've got issues with, and it's just a good place to be reflective. It might be that you see in the world, right, have a problem with barriers, but then just is great, and then it's fab. They know you, which is great. But I think it's really important. I know I've been following Jesus for a while. We often has doubts and big questions as well. God wants to hear, and that we need to work through.
Yeah, it's like a lifelong journey. It seems, from the beginning of faith to learning about who God is, and and more questions and more. But your faith just grows, doesn't it? Luke Richards says, I believe Harry Kane is God. He can score from any angle.
He is loving the football, this guy.
Oh, the God of football. He is. Welcome, Maddie. Now, I believe this is what we've got to wrap up, Sarah. I think I only booked you in for half an hour. So, if you had any, I mean, you've given us some good advice, but if you had any advice for teenagers, I know Josie's year 11, I think Luke is year 10, and Len is year 7, actually. I think there is a God, and he acts as he does in the Bible. I would not respect him. Is God, and he acts. Oh, if there is a God and he acts as he does in the Bible, I would not respect him. His actions do not reflect those of a good and forgiving person in the Old Testament. That's a good question, isn't it? Or a good point to kind of talk about. Maybe this is what we go out on, Sarah.
Yeah,
I've lost you a bit.
Oh, okay. I have very limited rooms to move back into. Have you got my back?
Yeah, you're back and you're clear.
Woo! I love it. This is a big. There's a word that you might know if you do RE called paradox. So
huge.
About two things that seem to contradict each other a lot, and there's a lot of this in the Bible, which can be really difficult to understand. Someone said to me, it's really helpful when you're studying the Bible and reading it. It's always helpful to look through the lens of Jesus when you're reading the Old Testament. So, and that makes sense a bit more, I guess, if you do understand, if you've read the New Testament already, and understand a little bit more of the character of Jesus, but always read everything through the Old Testament through the character of who Jesus is, because ultimately that is not what totally gets rid of the Old Testament. That's dead important, but through the light of what he's done and who he is, always trumps, basically. But I love the Old Testament. Genesis is my favourite book. It's epic. I love it. So everything happens in Genesis. It's amazing, and it's just, I love the start of an adventure and the start of a story. It's the most exciting thing. One of my favourite books is The Fellowship of the Ring, because it's the first one of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And it's the way it's going, and you know they've got so much to come, and there's so much adventure and craziness that's about to happen. So Genesis is the start of something awesome. So that's my favourite book. But it is hard. But through these questions, you know, if we ask them and articulate them, and say why we're angry about that, it brings up a lot of stuff. So it's good to do that. So articulate it, shout it, get angry, think about it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, Josie's definitely a thinker too, obviously. I mean, the Snell Hospital. So yeah, thank you, Josie, for that. So you, in summary, you're pretty much saying, think about what Jesus did when you read the Old Testament, because it all kind of points. You know, that's like the apex of the story, isn't it? The pinnacle of the story.
Yeah.
That's the end. I just saw Damien today on the road. Yo, Damien. Good to see you today, mate. Well, I think that's all we've got time for, isn't it, Sarah?
Yeah, so if there's any final questions, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess my final question would be, what would be your advice to teenagers at the moment? Oh man, you've given a lot of good advice so far. I don't know if you could add anything to that. Question, reflect on faith. Take it easy on yourself through lockdown. Coming out of lockdown, yeah, what are we going to do? Help me.
Well, just what I've been learning, which I think everyone could learn, teenagers and adults, is just the importance of, obviously not everyone's lives have slowed down over these last few months.
No.
I think we can learn some practices that are really
I've just lost you momentarily, Sarah.
Oh, sorry. I think my hand was over the microphone. I've got nothing to balance it on. There's something in the Bible that's called Sabbath, so it's just one day a week that stop just to rest and completely refill. So you're gearing up for the rest of the week by just doing nothing. It's just a place for your mind and your body and your soul just to be like, take a breath. And just try and a day without your phone. Dare I say it? A day where you chill out with your mates in person, eat loads of food, go for a walk together, hang out and play board games with your family, have a laugh. Just if you can, if that's possible. I know everyone's situations are differently, but if you can, try and have a day, one day a week, just to rest and just to have a different rhythm to the go. Try and do your homework on the Friday night and maybe on Saturday. Have a day with your friends and your family, face to face. Eat ice cream, laugh. Don't work.
Sabbath, yeah. Enjoy that day. Just switch off from the week's work. It was what you're saying, right? Yeah. Oh well, that's awesome, Sarah. Thank you. I mean, this has been the most intense the most valuable half an hour, I think, of the week at least.
Let's do it again, Winamu.
Yeah. Well, I'll book you in. And Josie keeps coming with the questions. Josie, you've got to come every Friday and ask these questions. You give the best questions. We've just had Kristen join. Kristen, you've missed the boat, mate. The boat is about to leave.
We'll be back.
But will you be happy to come back?
Can I just say, this has been my first Instagram live video, so now I know what to do. So I'm learning. So guys, can we just finish? If anyone wants to give me a top tip, again, I've just used Instagram for 2 months now. A top tip about Instagram, how to use it. Before we go, just to support me in my journey right now, that'd be great. No, Luke's sad about questions. But anyway, no, it was great. It was great to chat to you, Winamu, and you guys are doing a great job at Solely. At the church and with youth ministry, you guys are doing a top job.
Shall we pray? Could you pray for us, Sarah? Well, I'll just give Josie and Luke a chance. If you guys have anything you'd like prayer for, just write it in the comments. I just think it's good for us. like I just started praying on these lives recently. I just thought, why not? You know, if like the least we could do was ask God. You know, I'm sure He wants to answer at least some of our prayers. He's definitely with us. So yeah, Luke, Josie, Kristen, if you've got a prayer request, go ahead, and we can pray for it. But yeah, just summarising what you said, I think I loved how you said, you know, be kind to yourself and this overproductive with these big expectations on you. Question, bring your questions and reflect about faith. And what was your last one? Your last one was gold. Sabbath.
I'm gonna rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind rest.
Oh, yeah. I need that.
We all do. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so true, Josie.
Yeah.
So true.
All right, let's pray for you guys anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, God, for Solely and all the great work that they're doing. Thank you for all the young people that attend there. Just keep them safe, God. Just look after them, help them with their schoolwork, and just help them to be really kind to themselves every day as they navigate a different day in lockdown. Just help them just to be kind to themselves. And yeah, we do just pray for all the stuff going on in the world. We pray for justice, and we pray that people's voices will be heard who've not been heard before, God, and we do just pray for peace and forgiveness as well. Amen.
Amen. Yes.
And
Thank you, Sarah.
I'm Google Ballamori now.
Yes, same. Oh. Well, thank you, Josie. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Lena. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Damien, for joining, everyone who came. And thank you most of all, Sarah, for joining us. I'll definitely be booking you in for another one.
Bye. Amen. Boom. See ya. Great.
Bye-bye.
How do I
See
leave?
ya.
There we go.
Yeah, I think I did it for us.